Alright guys, welcome to my new video. My name is Ante Matijevic. If you're not familiar with me, I've generated over 1000 client appointments for realtors online using exact structures and systems I go over in these videos. Today what I'm going to talk about, as you can see, is how I spent $500,000 on meta ads and some actionable advice for you to actually start getting results for your clients using meta ads. Alright, so let's get started. So, the power of meta ads at scale. So let's start with the basics. Why meta ads? The truth is, using Google and YouTube and everything like TikTok, meta scales the best. I've personally, with my agency, helped my clients generate $6+ million in sales, especially in real estate and local businesses, with meta ads. And listen, they're really fast, they're precise, they have the most ability to actually change and tweak stuff with targeting and everything like that. So it's really useful when it comes to precise targeting, which is really important, especially in the SMMA. But listen, the key point is it only works if you do it right. And that's where the most people actually mess up. So let's go with the first rule that is personally the most important for me. So testing is everything. And I said it a lot, especially in my shorts, reels and everything like that. You probably heard it from me, but testing is basically your blueprint to winning ads, as it said here. So at my agency, we test everything. Audiences, hooks, creatives. If you're not testing, you're just guessing. And it's, especially in the marketing, it's not good to guess. So the first 3 to 4 weeks of every campaign I run is just testing. But the number one goal of this testing and everything in the first 30 days is to find the winning ad. You want to identify the ads and the creatives that actually work before you scale those ads. So don't fall in love with what you think is a good creative and with your creatives that you created yourself. Let the data show you what actually works. Now, once after testing you have the winning ad, you need to scale it. And here's how. So I basically tested all of the methods there are for scaling, and here are the best 3, in my opinion, that you can use in your variable situations. So traditional scaling means bumping your budget up slowly, like 30% every few days, and it makes sure that it's actually safe and super reliable. Aggressive means that you take what works and just bump it up overnight and see if it works. I mean, it's risky, but if you need the results fast and if you really need to see what works, it can be useful, but it's really risky. But my advice honestly is to use the hybrid approach. So you basically get the speed of aggressive scaling with the control of traditional scaling. And mostly in our agency, that's what we use. Now, creatives and targeting. This is where the actual pros are separated from amateurs. So the most important thing is to use clear CTAs. Don't be vague. Use those. Click here, learn more, book now. It all matters, because if your ad doesn't have clear CTA and people can't see what they need to do you think that they will really stick and read the ad to see? It doesn't work like that. So you need to have clear instructions on your ad what to do after they see it. And when it comes to targeting, layer your interests, demographic, and retargeting to get hyper specific. And also never stop testing your copy, offers, and visuals. Even a 10% improvement on CTR can cut your cost per lead in half. It happened to us. Now let me show you what's possible when you do this right. Some of our campaigns, especially for local businesses, hit 5% ROAS, which is return on ad spend, which is really good, especially for local businesses. As I said, when you actually invest $1,000 and in the first 30 days you get $5,000 back, I think it's a pretty good investment, right? So if you do this right, it's really useful. We slashed CPA by 30% and even saw a 785% spike in client revenue. And also, this isn't like, there is no luck in Facebook ads. The most important thing is that you actually do the decisions on your ads from the data that you have. So follow the data and stay consistent with your ads. Now obviously I'm gonna keep it real with you. I did a lot of mistakes, and here's what I would actually do differently. Now, one of the biggest mistakes is scaling really fast and hard. Now when you do that, your ad fatigue hits really hard, and it's really tough to get out of that. I also learned that frequency monitoring is really important, because if people see the same ad over and over again, it just becomes annoying. Performance just drops. And the most important lesson in this video is to never stop testing, even with a big budget. Never stop optimizing. Even if you have a winning ad, start a new campaign or a new ad set and start developing new ads, because maybe those new ads are gonna become better than the current winner. So use that and make sure that you're always testing new stuff. And finally, never, and I mean this, never rely on your gut to tweak your ads. It just doesn't make sense. Let the data drive you and let the data show you what is the best move. So let the data lead every single time. So here's my exact winning playbook if you're running meta ads for clients. So firstly, test before you scale. That's period. Use a hybrid model for scaling. It's best of both worlds. Refresh creatives weekly. It prevents burnout. Track client specific KPIs like ROAS or ROAS or CPA. So don't just focus on clicks, especially if you're doing lead ads. And the last one is be nimble. Kill those loser ads first and fast, and scale winner ads faster. So for the end, this honestly is something that I want you to see. It is salesy, I know it is salesy, but listen, I've been there. I've been trying to run client ads when I started. It isn't easy. Honestly, it isn't easy. And if you're trying to scale your agency and you're trying to learn how meta ads work, I'm now offering one-on-one coaching call with me, where I will help you build a winning offer for your clients, scale your results, and dominate your niche. So if you're struggling to get new clients in any niche, I really suggest that you click the first link in the description. And actually, don't worry, it's not a $997 course, as I said. There will be no case studies or webinars or something like that. In the description, it's just a video of me explaining how myself and my agency can help you scale your agency and learn this new stuff with meta ads and SMMA. So it's a funnel designed to sell you something. I'm not going to pretend it's not, and you don't have to click. I don't really mind if you don't, but feel free to check it out if you have client acquisition problems. And that's essentially it for this video. If you like the video, there's a button for that, so make sure to smash it. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to leave any requests you may have in the comments of this video. Maybe if you want something from this video in specifics, we can go like, for example, hybrid scaling, how it works, or how to actually develop creatives, how to, see the winning ads, how to actually use them and everything like that. If you need something like that, make sure to leave the comment then, and I'll be ready to drop that video for you. That's it, and see you soon. Bye.